Hey guys, so I know it's late, but this is kind of urgent. I did want to get this video out. And shout out to Rob Burns. He made a video probably an hour and a half ago at this point, 2 hours ago, about what's going on. So a lot of stores are canceling Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer Box pre-orders. Rob does a really good job in this video, actually. He doesn't really make any assumptions. He just goes off what he's been told and the data he's gathered. He's basically showing some announcements from a store in Canada, but also a couple stores in Italy and Belgium about canceling pre-orders. And a lot of these stores are actually listing them at higher prices. And Rob in this video talks about his own experience during COVID. He worked for a company, or still works for him. I'm not exactly sure, where he was basically in charge of buying and selling hot tubs, I believe it was. And at the last minute, manufacturers increased the prices on his company, and instead of his company passing that on to the customer, their company just ate the cost, the additional cost from the manufacturers. So they either lost money or had a smaller profit margin, right? And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in terms of the Elite Trainer boxes, because some of these stores are claiming that their distros are raising the prices on their items, basically, or their pre-orders. So they're not going to be able to fulfill these, cheaper pre-orders that they put out. So for example, on screen right now, this company put out pre-orders for $60 Canadian, which was very common, right? Most of the stores in Canada put up pre-orders for somewhere between 55 and $65 Canadian the first day or two, right? And these sold out very fast. I ordered from a store. I was able to get 7 boxes at, I believe, 63 Canadian, 62 Canadian, something like that after tax. So, uh, good or bad, right? Because Rob in this video talks about how if a store's doing this, don't dox them, don't talk about it. And I actually disagree with that, right? And I need to get to the bottom of this because I'm actually very curious. So if you're watching this video and you are a store owner in Canada, or you know someone, you know what's going on for sure, I would love to hear from you to know if distro is actually raising prices. I've seen a lot of people who actually do have distro access talk about this, and they're basically saying that that's bullshit. The first wave or whatever they were told they were going to pay, that is what they're going to pay. So to me, it seems like a lot of these stores are just getting greedy and they're trying to make more money on their boxes, and it's understandable. For example, right, this is $60. ETBs are pre-ordering for about 127 USD, which is about 180 Canadian. So the pre-order price has basically tripled. So it's understandable why a lot of these stores want to get more money for their boxes. I mean, it's just human nature to be greedy and always want more. But when you take people's money, right? Like a lot of these stores have taken money. My pre-order, I did it in early November as well, or whatever it was. So that's money that's been out of my account for months on end. And I think a lot of these stores, if they were planning to do this, or maybe they were getting boxes from a third party or something, they knew well in advance of canceling their pre-orders, or most of them probably did, that they would have had to do this. So if you were a store and you knew that you weren't going to be able to fulfill these pre-orders, you should have canceled right away. So the whole point of this video, because I want people to know, if this happens to you, don't feel bad to talk about it, right? I think it's, absolutely fair to talk about your experience with certain stores. It gives very good information to other buyers for the future. And I think that's important because in 2025, there could be a lot of sets coming where getting pre-orders in early is going to be very crucial. For example, if Team Rocket is a booster box, I'm still not sure if that's confirmed or not, but that Team Rocket set's going to be huge. The black and white remakes are probably going to be very sought after as well. And then, towards the end of the year, maybe we get Mega Evolutions, whatever we get. We really could have a lot of banger sets where people want them. They're very sought after, and where pre-orders play a crucial role. And if you're putting in pre-orders, you want to know that you're going with a company that's going to honor that and not screw you over at the final hurdle. Because you could have had all these options to begin with, and if you chose a bad one, then you might be shit out of luck 2, 3, 4 months down the line when they cut the cord at the final second. So I'm just going to say this from my perspective and my experience, whatever happens, right? Because the store that I have my pre-order through, I've been told that they were going to fulfill the entire order. The first time I talked to someone, they said no, they were actually going to cancel it. And I said at the moment they told me that, and this was like 3 or 4 weeks ago, okay, then you guys should refund now. Like, why would you wait to refund people if you knew you weren't going to fulfill the pre-order? And then I was told that they're going to fulfill the whole thing. So whatever happens with in my experience, I'm going to be honest on this channel and I'm going to talk about it, whether it's good or bad. Because if it's a bad experience, I don't want other people in Canada going with that store, right? If a company does that, I don't think they deserve business. That's just me being honest. Like if you do really, in my opinion, this is a really shady practice, right? Like taking people's money, canceling pre-orders. Again, it's your decision to take money and do pre-orders, right? It's not our end as a consumer to be responsible for whatever problems that could arise, right? Because of supply issues and whatnot. That's on you as a business. Likewise, if the company I'm going through, honors their pre-orders and knows that they could have got a lot more money for their boxes than they actually took because I got in early and got my pre-orders in basically day of release, I want to give that company a lot of credence and shout them out and make sure that other people go and support that company over other companies that are canceling their pre-orders, right? I want the companies that are honest and doing good business to succeed and to last in this space. And that goes for me as well, right? Like if I'm doing business with this company and they do that for me, like they provide me with a W, in the future, I'm going to try my best to do as much business with them as possible, right? Even if their prices are a couple percentage points higher than something like Hobbiesville, I would much rather buy through them and give them that respect and give them that business compared to another company that is shadier and only worried about their bottom line. So that's all I got to say in this video, guys. If this happens to you, feel free to speak out about it. Don't right, like if you're just talking the truth about what happened and you're telling your story and your experience, I think that's absolutely fine. I don't really think that's doxing. And I understand both perspectives, but I do think it's something where we need to talk about it and discuss it. And just to end this video, because I thought this was funny, on the Pokemon investing Reddit, there's a video, I believe this was from Vancouver, I'm not exactly sure. Blooming Waters sold out in less than a minute. Absolutely insane. You got all these scalpers in here buying up this product. Pokemon investing right now, guys, is absolutely insane. You even have this one showing up too. I forgot to bring this up with this is EB Games, I believe, in Australia. They're actually having issues with pre-orders as well. If you ordered after the 10th of November, you're actually going to be getting your items in May or June in a second wave. So just crazy right now, right, guys? So when we're in a market like this, do your best to promote the companies that do good business. Stop buying from the ones that do shitty business, who are disingenuous and not super honorable people. But I would like to know, if you guys are watching this video and if you have the information, whether it's true distro is raising prices on these pre-orders after they've already, struck deals with a lot of these companies. So if you have info on that, you can leave it in the comments down below, or send me a DM message if you want to show me actual proof of that, or email me, whatever, get in contact. I'd love to know and just set the record straight on this. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.